To the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Hello, I'm Beth Dillon Butler. I'm here with Coach Ken Red Simmons, and we're at a reunion of the Michigams at the home of Lou Kidder and Karen McKeechee. We're honored to be speaking with Coach Simmons, a pioneer in women's running. He's got many stories. Perhaps, Coach, we could start by talking a little bit about your own early life and your career in athletics, and then maybe you could tell us a little bit about how you got involved with women's athletics.
Well, my first experience was running. I went to a little country school. It's now at Beach Road and 7 Mile Road, but this was 1918. In my 7th grade, we got a young man that was from the Carlisle Indian School. But this man came to Beach Road School, and he was way ahead of his time. He had a Victrola, remember, with a horn on it, and he played records, and he had us name the song and who wrote it, and he put sayings on the board, had contests and that. I can remember some of them to this day. Even Shakespeare, a man may smile and smile and smile and be still a devil. There is no art to read the mind's construction in the face. What he did for me and for many others, because few of these kids ever went to high school, they were farm boys and girls. He made a running track and had the farmers make a running track, and he put up little sticks to jump over. This was the beginning of my athletic career. For some reason, without training or anything, I was a good runner. I inherited undoubtedly from my mother, I think. But he came to our house one night and on his bicycle, and he said, Kenneth should go to high school. He's going to be a great athlete someday. He knew this, because I probably wouldn't have gone to high school either. I did go to Redford High School, and immediately as a freshman I could beat the varsity.
What distance did you run, Coach?
I was a sprinter and a hurdler, mainly a hurdler. I made the finals in the 1932 Olympics as a 400-meter hurdler. And in fact, I have the certificate home signed by Avery Brundage. I won in fact, I have the medal right here in my pocket. I won the state championship in the quarter mile. And I shouldn't have won it. I should have been second, but the man that was about a yard in front of me stumbled, and I went by him. And I won the quarter mile. I got it right here in my pocket.
I'd love to see it, Coach.
Got it right here. It's my lucky piece. You see that? There's the Wolverine and the Big M. And it says here, first prize, outdoor, 1929, 440-yard run. And I was invited to come to University of Michigan to participate. They didn't give scholarships. They gave you a job then. So that was 1929, and just as I was about to start, the big crash came, the big depression of 29, and Farrell, the coach, called me and said that we don't have a job for you anymore. The kids you were going to wait on, their father went broke in the stock market, and they wanted the job. But over in Ypsilanti, there was a school called Michigan Normal College, which is now Eastern Michigan University. Lloyd Olds was the coach then. He said, I can't help you any, but the tuition is only $18.50 a semester. If you can get that, you can come to school here. So I started at Eastern. I borrowed the money. It was loaned to me by a principal in Detroit named Lang, who was a Michigan Normal graduate. He wanted me to go to Eastern, or Ypsi as we called it then. So I went to Ypsi, but I didn't have any money either. So I hitchhiked from Redford, carried my lunch, went to class, never bought a book, and hitchhiked home every night. And I did that for about 4 or 5 months. And Charles McKinney, over at Eastern, there's a meeting place in McKinney Hall, named after President McKinney. He wrote to my folks and said that Kenneth, I don't think can make it here. His grades aren't very good. At the same time, they'd had the interclass track meet, and I beat all the varsity. So Lloyd Olds And Bingo Brown, was a dorm named after Bingo Brown over there now. They both went to McKinney and said, this young man needs another chance. So I got a job in the gym, cleaning mats, $2.50 a week. I had a cot in the basement of the Dean of Women, Fanny Cheever Burton, and I stayed in Fanny's basement. And I met my wife there within 2 weeks. I saw this girl coming down the stairways of the science building, and I looked at that, and what a beautiful girl. She came down the steps, and I met her right at the floor. We looked at each other, and we knew that was it. And we never went with another girl. We were married 44 years.
Coach, tell us a bit about the Olympics.
Well, that was 1932. At that time, they had the state championships, which I won. I have the certificate home yet saying I won the Olympics trials in the state of Michigan. And then we had to go to Lincoln, Nebraska for the Midwest, and I was third there. And up to that time, they had always paid first, second, and third way to the finals. Well, this was in the Big Depression. They only paid the first place way. So I hitchhiked from Redford to California for the finals of the Olympic trials, and I didn't make the finals three. I was fifth in the finals, so I didn't make the Olympic team. A lot of people say I was on the Olympic team, but I wasn't. And I question even if I had everything in my favor, whether I'd have made it or not.
Did we hear, Coach, that you finished second, maybe more often than anyone else, to Jesse Owens?
Jesse Owens and I traveled around the country together. I have from the old Detroit Times, a newspaper, I have a picture of Jesse Owens and I taken in 1937. And when we dedicated the monument on our field at the University of Michigan, he brought this picture laminated on a board, and he has an autograph. I read my best to an old friend and foe. We used to run together and against each other, making money. That was what we were trying to do. You know, it was kind of barnstorming around the country. So I knew Jesse Owens quite well. We were, in fact, roommates quite a few times.